So, as you could probably tell from what I've got put up in the background over there, missing from this is Jurassic Park 3 and Fallen Kingdom, so I thought I'd make up for it with those books. I have a Jurassic World Legacy Collection T-Rex. Extreme Choppin', Tyrannosaurus Rex. So what I want to say about this figure is, it reminds me of how, as far back as I can remember, I had a Kenner, which was the company before, the first company to produce Jurassic Park toys. They later became Hasbro, who eventually lost the license sometime before the release of Jurassic World. No, after the release of Jurassic World, I'm sorry. They still make Jurassic World toys, but then they lost it to Mattel, who is currently making them now. And say what you will about Mattel, but I've got to admit that they're definitely actually using their licensing to make these, unlike Hasbro, who pretty much sat on their license for years after the third film came out, and the only times they ever did anything with it was 2013 with the 20th anniversary of the film, and then finally with Jurassic World, which is probably why they lost the license, but I don't know the exact reason. Jurassic World Facts app, let's just hold that there, you guys can pause to read that if you want. T-Rex, Tyrannosaurus Rex, Tyrannosaurus, Tyrannosaurus Rex. Head and neck articulation. Wonder if the legs are articulated too. If I ever make another video on those figures, I don't have any Kenner figures to compare them to, but I'm going to be doing that mostly based on memory, much like this one. Gigantic bite. Oh, sorry, I thought it said something about the Grant over there. They seem to be replicating the attack scene where he screamed at him with a Rex with a flare to distract me. But yeah, I can remember years ago having one of Kenner's T-Rexes, which was made out of a rubbery material. This is more solid plastic, as you can hear, and it's got a nice jaw opening and a nice bite release. And the head could really, yep, it tilts sideways and it opens. And it up and down. If you could find a way to keep the jaws, like, slowly opening, I guess if you put, like, a glove on and did, like, a blue screen effect or something like that, this could actually be a very nice for stop motion. And if not, you've got, like, say, just having it move around and look around. Yeah, there was a way to make this move open slower. It would be a lot better for that, but yeah, that could work. So yeah, the Kenner T-Rexes were made with soft rubber. So they're, and the jaw line, those were kept like maybe, I'd say about this wide, and this tongue wasn't rubber, it was just hard plastic. It would stay flat. Be open maybe that wide, I'd say, and it was molded like that, so you could close it, but it would just back up because of the nature of the material it was made with. I honestly don't know how I got a hold of it. I was born literally a week, and I'm not saying that, ironically, like people today say, I literally, without exaggeration, was born 1 week after Jurassic Park opened. On June 11th. Well, not I wasn't born on June 11th. The movie opened. I was born a week later. And I want to, before I pause to take this out to give it a fuller look, I want to say a problem Kenner had. I don't know if it happened with the first film's T-Rexes, but if you look up the Bull T-Rex or the RC T-Rex from the Lost World, the second film, you'll often see that a lot of the tails kind of bend because they were put inside the packaging without the packaging was too small, because Kenner pretty much assumed that these things were going to fly off the shelf. Their toys were going to fly off the shelves. They'd be open, but obviously there was somewhat of a collector's market for them, who kept them in their packagings for years. Or even in some cases, just shipping them out to stores and keeping them in the storage up to the launch of the film, and by extension the toy lines at the time. It made it so that the tails were all bent downwards. I think some people have actually made tutorials on how to fix the shape to get it straightened out again, but I'm not entirely sure. I'd have to double check. So I'm going to pause here because there's ties or something holding him in, so I'm going to have to, so I don't put the camera down and it's giving nothing but darkness while I get this out of here. So please stand by.